What's up, people? Shalom, shalom. Today I'm going to give the highest glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles over our great millstone that rule well in the doctrine concerning this truth, and all you brothers that push the word across the four corners of the earth, man. Shalom to y'all brothers, man. Today I want to talk about the Seminole tribe, rather the tribe of Reuben, which is the Seminole Indians, okay? I'm going to go into the breakdown of the scriptures and also into their history, okay? And go into the word too, because, you need to know what this word means, So let's start with that, and then I'm going to go into the scriptures, okay? The book, we'll go into the scriptures in a minute. The word Seminole, it says, is a corruption of cimarron, which is a Spanish term for runaway or wild one. All right. During their early decades, the Seminole became increasingly independent of other Creek groups and established their own identity. It says they developed a thriving trade network in the British and Second Spanish periods. The tribe expanded considerably during this time and was further supplemented from the 18th century by free blacks. Some bullshit how they it's crazy. How they say that word, but whatever. It says, and escaped slaves who settled near that paid tribute to Seminole towns. The latter became known as Black Seminoles. Although they kept their own Gula culture in the Low Country, they developed it says Afro-Seminole Creole language, which complete bullshit, yo. They're going off, yo. That's crazy, okay? Because they're Hebrew Israelites, all right? That's what they really are. This is just some bullshit definition, but, we just going to keep, this history. Remember that this is tainted as well. A lot of things that they write, man, you got to really go into this thing yourself, You really got to go into this, man. But these people were warriors, okay? The Reubenites, man. Let's go into the scriptures, man. Okay. Let's go to Deuteronomy, or Salakia. Let's go to First Chronicles, first off. It says, First Chronicles, chapter number 5, verse 18. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites. It says, in the half tribe of Manasseh, of valiant men, able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with bow, and skillful in war, were 440,703 score that went out to war, or to the war. So yeah, they were very, very, very skilled in warfare, man, and which is evident because they had 3 different wars with the so-called American people, all right, which is really just a bunch of white people, man, just a bunch of damn devils, This is Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 6. It says, let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. So they were not going to fight for the Americans, man. You got to understand that they would fight very, very hard and not succumb to the British, not succumb to any colonists or who were trying to free them, because that was not something that they was going to allow to do, man. They was not going to allow their people to be captured and fight for the Spaniards, man. Get the hell out of here. This is just some history. It says the Indians who constituted the nucleus of this Florida group thought of themselves as Seminole, or free people, because for centuries their ancestors had resisted the attempts of the Spaniards to conquer and convert them, as well as the attempts of the English to take their lands and to use them as military pawns. Soon white Americans would begin to call all of the Indians in Florida by that name, Seminoles, which Seminole, like I said, means he's a wild one. It's from that term cimarron, okay? So which really, like I said, means wild one, and that's what they were. They were warriors. That's that. So let me keep going into some more scriptures. Okay, Genesis chapter number 49 and 3 it says, Reuben, thou art my firstborn. And we know that the firstborn is always a very strong person, They're very mighty and strong. It says, this is the spirit. It says, Genesis 49 and 3, Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might. and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. So these people are warrior tribes, man. This is a warrior tribe. And we know from their resistance that they put up, Very, very powerful, man. It says the term, quote unquote, runaway or wild one is also symbolic for Reuben, okay, being called unstable as water. Okay, because they would put body paint all over themselves, and the body paint that they would put over themselves would be for warfare. Okay, some of them would go out to battle, and they would go out to battle against the Spaniards and the Americans, and they would put on, body paint all over their bodies, and they'd be running, flying, and fighting, man, because that's what the tribe of Reuben does. They're warriors in the fight and excellency of the Lord. Okay, again, Genesis 49:3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, in the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. So the Most High has a specific tribe, which is the tribe of Reuben, to be a resistant, resilient tribe, man, that you're not going to conquer them, and that's what happened. Okay, that's what happened is that, the Spaniards and the Americans and the English try to come over there and to convert them into Christianity. And, their main primary, what's the name of their shit, man? Catholicism, all right? Catholicism was very, very heavy, and they would try to do it by force, man. Like, that's not the scriptures, man. You don't convert nobody by force, man. You do this by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. You don't do this by force, okay? Scripture says many are called, but few are chosen, okay? So that's how it's got to be, all right? Period, all right? So let's go into some more verses of scripture and also get some history, okay? Okay, let's get some more history on this. Seminole tribes. All right, this is Wikipedia. It says here, the Seminole, this is on wikipedia.com. Y'all can check this out. The Seminole became increasingly independent of other Creek groups, established their own identity. It says they developed a thriving trade network, okay? Things of that nature. And let's get to the wars, okay? It says during the American Civil War, most Oklahoma Seminole allied, and here's a lot of things. Some of them are stationed in Oklahoma. This is a lot of Seminole Indians over there, and also a small group now is still in Florida. Okay. It says they kept their culture. It says after the United States achieved independence, its settlers increased pressure on the Seminole lands, leading to the Seminole Wars from 1818 to 1858, because they were not trying to give that up. Okay, they were not trying to give up their land, because that's the land that they were inhabited, man. And that's wicked as hell for people trying to take that land, all right? It says the Seminole, which means either runaway, okay, and it says runaway or wild one, okay? So don't forget that. All right, and there was a lot of tobacco around that place, so that's why they wanted that land. The so-called white man is a devil, and he wants to just institute what's right for him, and whatever can make him money. Okay, it says the Seminole were first confined to a large inland reservation by the Treaty of Moultrie, okay, Creek. Okay, and I've actually met people, so-called black people with the last name of Moultrie, okay, Moultrie, which it says Treaty of Moultrie Creek. So they're Seminole Indians, man, and they don't even know it, They look like so-called black people, but they're not. They're really Indians, man. They're Native Americans, man. Okay, it says leading to the Seminole Wars, okay, Treaty of Moultrie in 1823, and then forcibly evicted from Florida by the Treaty of Payne's Landing. How wicked is that? Who are you to come in here, so-called white man, and evict the tribe of Reuben from their natural inhabitants, man? That's nothing but wickedness, man. It says by 1842, most Seminoles and black Seminoles, which is bullshit, they're brown, okay? They're brown, ain't no such thing as black people, had been removed to Indian Territory west of the Mississippi River during the American Civil War. Most Oklahoma Seminole allied with the Confederacy. And says after which they had to sign a new treaty with the U.S., including freedom of tribal membership for the black Seminole. Today, residents in the reservation are enrolled in the federally recognized Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, while others belong to unorganized groups. I say that's crazy, man. Perhaps fewer than 200 Seminoles remained in Florida after the Third Seminole War, 1855 to 1858, and that goes back to saying that they are free people. You know, they are a free people. You're not gonna take them down, and that's why they kept on going to war. You know, you really couldn't capture them. You know, that just wasn't happening. You know, they was gonna die going to the last man. You know, and it's sad how the so-called white man will literally have people, you know, in bondage to so much that they have no choice but to sign these treaties, man. And that's crazy as fuck, man. But that's all part of the curses in Deuteronomy. Okay, this is just a quick little breakdown of the tribe. I'm probably going to go into part twos of all of these, you know, and go a lot more deeper into it, you know. Let me see what else. Okay, pretty much. That's basically it. I'm the tribe of Reuben. Okay, I'll probably, like I said, I'm going to do part twos to these things. But that's just a quick breakdown of how they were so resilient. You can go into the wars and see how resilient that these particular group of people were. Okay, the tribe of Reuben, which is down there, all right, in South Florida and also in Oklahoma. Okay, so with that, I'm going to say Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah to y'all brothers, and y'all keep pushing the truth.